Cooks, today we're taking a break from the kitchen and we're diving into my cookbook collection. My cookbook collection is a great source of inspiration for me. I get ideas on techniques, I get ideas on dishes, and I learn a lot from it. Today, I got a few new cookbooks that we're adding to the collection, so I thought I'd give you a little peek at it. So, welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook Cookbook Library. So just a sweep through all the books that I've gotten. I have them on this cart, so let's see. Let's look at these one by one. So the very first book that I had to order was Plenty. This is Yotam Ottolenghi. I have his Jerusalem book, as well as I have, I already have Plenty More, and I have another one called Flavor. I had Plenty More, and I didn't have Plenty, so I ordered this. This book is amazing, just like Ottolenghi's other books. I'm a big fan of his. Look at that, royal potato salad, made out of quail's eggs. I don't have those frequently, so I could just use regular eggs, I can imagine. His books are amazing. His photos are amazing. Jerusalem artichokes. Yeah, they're beautiful. His recipes work, and he's just a great chef. This one is Southern Living's Home Cooking Basics. I thought this book was pretty interesting because it goes really through a lot of the fundamentals. A lot of information on setting up your kitchen, tools, talks about no-cook, pies, vegetables, the table of contents, setting up your kitchen, ingredients, prepping, and the method of cooking. No cook, bake, broil, braise, fry, grill, roast, saute, steam, and it gives you a lot of recipes. If you are a beginner cook, this book is great to get you started. So a lot of people love Half Baked Harvest. I've never made any of their recipes, but they have a lot of cookbooks and they have a great website. I want to start collecting their books. Their pictures in their books are absolutely amazing. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. It's amazing, the photography. So this book goes through basics, breakfast and brunch, appetizers and sides, salads and soup, pizza and pasta, vegetarian, poultry and pork, beef and lamb, seafood and fish, and desserts. They're super simple. 125 recipes for instant, overnight, meal prepped, and easy comfort foods. So I thought this book was kind of interesting. This book was recommended by a few people, and I wanted to check it out. So I think Marsha Adams has a series called Cooking from Quilt Country, and it's basically Amish and Mennonite cooking. This is hearty recipes from Amish and Mennonite kitchens. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. So this breaks it up by sort of season. So it talks about the greening of Indiana. So this is like in Amish in Indiana. Summer days, autumn, and winter. Look at the beautiful photos. Northern Indiana near a large Amish and Mennonite settlement. Although the Amish and Mennonite way of life was unlike my own, I knew these plain, hard-working people as good neighbors and farmers. Pot roast, family meals, really nice pictures in this one. I'm interested in diving into this and seeing what these recipes have to offer. This book looks really interesting to me. So this is Cooking from Quilt Country. Amish and Mennonite recipes. So next up, I wanted to read through Nigel Slater's Kitchen Diaries. He has 3. This is 1, and I got 3, but I haven't gotten 2 yet. He's an English cook and cookbook writer who basically wrote down everything he ate for a year. So this is everything that he cooks in his house. He's an amazing cook. He has written some amazing books. Some of the best books that are out there are by Nigel Slater. He is incredible. And so basically he wrote this book, everything that he eats in his own home kitchen for the year, right? So it starts in January. And he talks about the things he ate in January, what he cooked. He gives the recipes. It goes through his entire year. The recipes are amazing. And this is a great way to watch him as he cooks throughout the year. So there's 3 of them. This is the first one. I still need to get number 2. But this is A Year of Good Eating. This is Kitchen Diaries 3. Yeah. This one has 250 recipes. So it goes through the same thing, through the months of what he ate, and the recipes and experiences and everything you could think of are in this book. These books are amazing. If you want to really dive into Nigel Slater, this is a great way to do it. So as you guys know, I love like foodie lit. So Michael Ruhlman, I read his Making of a Chef years ago. Basically, he enrolled at the CIA, the Culinary Institute of America, and he described his whole experience. And it's an amazing book. He also wrote The Soul of a Chef, and this is The Reach of a Chef. He's continuing on. And his books are amazing. If you are really into like, foodie lit and stuff like that, this is a great book. I'm anxious to read this. On that same line, I got Kathleen Flynn. Her book, The Sharper Your Knife, The Less You Cry. This is basically her story as she went through cooking school. She basically is an American. She moved to London for a corporate job, and she decided that she wanted to go to cooking school. So she went to Paris, enrolled at the Le Cordon Bleu, and the rest is history, right? So this is her story through going through cooking school. Can't wait to read this. And I love going through these. Every year, this Best of American Food Writing comes out. It's edited by a different person. I'm reading the 2020 edition of this. It's basically a collection of writing. These are amazing. They're like reading short stories. All about in the foodie world. So I love these. This comes out every year. It's edited by someone different each year. I believe each year, or most of them are. And so these are great. If you love to read about food, culinary, the foodie world, this is an amazing series. I want to get all of these. I have a couple, and so I'm sort of reading through all of them. So there's this series is like the best of the best by state. And I'm not sure how many of these I have. I need to get them all organized in my cookbook library. I don't have Kentucky, and I got this for $1 at a local thrift store. So I couldn't pass it up because sometimes these will be like $15 or in the store. So it's a series of the best recipes from a certain state, right? So there's one for every state. And these ladies have written this, put this series together. And this is a classic. Some people run around and collect every state. So I don't have every state, but I have some of them. So there's a series that I'm playing around with. I didn't really even know that I wanted to get into this, but I am getting into it. So Food and Wine produced this series called The Best of the Best Cookbook Recipes. It pulls recipes from a whole bunch of cookbooks and puts it in this volume. So you get a taste of all the cookbooks that are covered by this volume. So this is volume 13. They've been doing it for a number of years. So I think this is a really cool way to sample a lot of different recipes. So this particular volume has some emerald stuff, some salt to taste. It has the Neelys, all the way from the Neelys to Thomas Keller, right? So this is an interesting collection of recipes. And again, it's produced by Food and Wine. So it goes through each of the cookbooks and gives you from some recipes out of those cookbooks. So it gives you a great sampling. Here's the cookbooks that are in these. I love series cookbooks. I don't know why, but I do. And maybe to me, it's just like the discovery through them. Lemon icebox pie. So this is a way to get your feet wet in some really great cookbooks. And if you like the recipes, then you can go out and get those cookbooks. So you get the whole cookbook. Buttermilk fried chicken from Thomas Keller, right? You know that's going to be good. Thomas Keller's brownies, real Cajun. So these are kind of amazing. They're fun, and if you love series cookbooks, this might be a good one for you. So it's Food and Wine's Best of the Best Cookbook Recipes. So I am on a mission to get my girl's cookbook collection. I want to get all her cookbooks. This is, of course, the Barefoot Contessa. I love her Ina Garden. She is amazing. I have a few of them. I have her original one. I have a couple of her other cookbooks. This is foolproof. I didn't have this one. These are recipes you can trust. Anything you cook from Barefoot Contessa is amazing. For Jeffrey, he's foolproof. She also has a good book out there called Cooking for Jeffrey, which I think is the next one I'm going to get. So this covers 10 foolproof tips for cooking, cocktail starters, lunch, dinners, vegetables, and desserts, right? And of course, in Ina style, the food is amazing. The cocktails are amazing. Caramelized bacon, Tuscan mashed chickpeas, chili tortilla chips. I mean, come on, homemade chicken stock. I believe she puts her chicken stock recipe in every single cookbook because that is like a foundation for you to learn how to do. Gazpacho. Again, this cookbook is amazing. This is Ina, and I want all her books. So here's another Food and Wine Best of the Best. This is volume 14. So we got some Rick Bayless in here, some Cook Italy. We have Giada. We have all kinds of fun stuff, right? Farm to Fork. So who knows if I can collect all these. I usually, when I can get them cheap, so I'm getting like, I'm paying only a couple dollars. So we got starters, pastas, grains, poultry, fish, meat, vegetables, desserts, and it goes book by book. So Rick Bayless is giving us queso, roasted vegetable enchiladas, chipotle glazed baby back ribs, of course, he's going to have stuff off the grill. Pretzels. This is a really fun series. I only paid $1 for this book, The Little Paris Kitchen, Rachel Koo. I'm not too familiar with this, but I thought it looked pretty interesting. So I'm going to go through and see if there's anything, that looks good. Everyday cooking, snack time, summer picnics, dinner with friends, sweet treats, my Paris addresses. Looks like a neat cookbook. Salad of pommes de... Can't read it, but it's a warm potato and apple salad with sausage. Looks really interesting. Might be a little trip through Paris. For some reason, I usually don't buy a lot of grill cookbooks. Someone recommended this to me, said it's really good. It's Emerald at the Grill, a cookbook for all seasons. So I got a copy. I think I only paid $1 for it. There he is, right? So this book covers basically appetites, to whet the appetite. On the side, sandwiches, wraps, and pizzas, burgers and kebabs. From the sea, things with wings. Off the land, and sweet endings. And there's a recipe for root beer floats. Interesting that you were going to do a recipe for root beer floats. Get root beer, put vanilla ice cream in it, right? Fresh strawberry pie. Oh, okay. Okay, now I see why they're recommending this. Some cocktails, mango citrus daiquiri. Yeah. Someone said that this was like a really great cookbook. Grilled smashed potatoes, that the recipes are outstanding. So I got a copy so I can see for myself. And one thing I want to look at the strawberry pie. There's the strawberry pie, but there's no picture. Bummer. So cooks, thanks for joining me. Take a look at the cookbooks I added to the cookbook library. I'm really interested in getting the cookbook library straightened out. Right now it's down in the studio kitchen and it's a hot mess, right? I have to admit that. So that is my goal for this winter, is to work on that. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed these cookbooks.